You've already heard me cover the orbits of the slower moving planets, starting from Mars and going all the way out beyond Pluto. It is remarkable to note that literally all of these are unfavorable for Trump and therefore amount to the most clear indication that things will not go well in November. But what about the faster moving celestial bodies? Those would be the ones with the quicker orbits: Moon, Sun, Mercury, and Venus. The chart you're looking at is drawn for 11 p.m. Eastern, which is approximately when we'll have a good sense about the results, at least as far as what that day can provide. The Moon at 21 degrees Gemini, with the nodes nearby, might appear to be favorable to Trump, being next to his Sun, nodes, Uranus, and opposite his Moon. But to his misfortune, this is only true in the absence of planetary interference, which in this case is being provided by Neptune, transiting at 18 plus Pisces, but effectively transmitting from the 21st degree range it reached in June. This means the Moon is triggering and enhancing the Neptune square pressure he has been under. Translation: bad Moon on election night. Nodal return? Sure, a new cycle is beginning. Is the newness goodness or is the newness badness? I think I'll opt for the latter. Now, Mercury in the 26 degree range makes a direct square to his Venus, particularly if you take into account the approximate 1 degree of precession correction applied to a man his age. Broadly speaking, it squares that Venus-Saturn conjunction in the 12th house as well. Now, coming from the third of data and information, you can surmise he isn't going to like what he sees and hears. Venus at 8.5 Libra is inside his T-square and is just about on the direct square to his 12th house Mercury, and again, coming at it from the third. Therefore, this isn't good either. The Sun position isn't linked to anything too tightly unless you want to consider it's only a couple of days past an exact square hit on his Pluto, so you can probably expect that the days prior to the election will feature lots of fascism and dark and dreary stuff coming out of his mouth. Of these four, Mercury may be the most striking because it happens to be stationary direct the morning of election day, having been retrograde for the previous 3 weeks prior to that. A stationary planet radiates more energy than usual, or another way of saying it is stronger, more significant. But in the case of Trump, it is significant as the bearer of unwelcome data. Third house is also news. So stationary Mercury in the third house of news, square Venus-Saturn, and you get what is commonly known as bad news. Contrast that to where it was in 2016, when he got better news. Then Mercury was at 23 Scorpio, trining that very same conjunction. So, bottom line, in addition to all the planets from Mars into the far-out solar system, all the way to 500-year orbits, all are squaring and opposing the Orange Menace. Now you can add 3 out of 4 in the inner orbits that are also getting in his face. The big dogs are out to get him, and so are the little ones.